Good afternoon. Thursday, I think, the 23rd of April. Is the date stamp? Yes, it is. It's lunchtime, it's 12 p.m. Without the uplighting of yesterday. It's a glorious day here in Havant. I'm guessing there might be a few people in the garden. Northumberland has come in from the sun. Good afternoon, Northumberland. Brackets, Bob. Who else feels like they're crowbarring 4 hours in between the movement snacks rather than the movement snacks into the day? Wales. Good afternoon. Chris. Any gardening to report? Any lots of bent over, picking uppy type movements to report? Are you ready for a bit of an upright approach? Progress in Gateshead with the weather. Bit gloomy this morning, Carol, I recall. Sun's come out. I did say it was on its way. Reports, please, from around the UK and further afield. Any crowbar reports? Any other types of activities? Any other movement minutes to report? Christine in Saucepan. That's Llanelli end, I think, Christine, is it? I think so. Good afternoon, Bolton. I've got 2 suns on the. I don't know, that's some kind of official measure of sun. Vivian sent us 2 little sun emojis. It's sweltering and amble. I'm getting the picture. If you're wondering why we're rambling on about the weather, you can get that on the BBC. This is the preamble, the pre-broadcast broadcast. And you can crowbar in some extra stuff if you don't want to listen to this. Or you can just sit and wait and get in the zone. Penny's been doing lots of gardening. It's even lovely in Scotland. Christine has sent me 6 emoji rugby balls. This means something to do with rugby. Llanelli. Is there a good rugby team in Llanelli? I'm guessing yes. Oh, crikey, I've started something now. More from Scotland. Hello, Jane from Edinburgh. Hello, Maddie. Got Richie Paxton in from the Life programme. All right, Gateshead. George has sent me something in Scottish. Aye, wifey, foo you doing, Doric? Is that Scottish? The Krista. I think from this angle we're on about just a bit less than a minute before we get going with our functional strength focus. Buryport. Hello, Sally and John. Beautiful part of Wales. Scarlett. Oh, sorry. Janet's going to be a bit late. She's chasing her delivery slot. So lots of active minutes going on, I think. Clanbryn Meyer from Trevor. I think I get my Welsh teeth in today. Cornwall was here. Overcast in Edinburgh. Okay, shall we go? I think we're 30 seconds. I'm going to stop being distracted by the comments. Carry on talking without me, why don't you? Just pretend I'm not here if you just want to have a chat. Hello, Joy from Killaloe. 3, 2, 1, good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley and this is the lunchtime, the 12 p.m, the noonday movement snack. If you joined us for the first time, just have a look at the movements, join in when you feel ready, have a look if you want the standing or the seated option. These lunchtime movement snacks focus more, is more of an introduction to functional strength. By that I mean all of the types of activities that require strength in daily life. So we have some core movements that we crowbar in, requiring leg strength, but also upper body strength. And the ones we're going to use today are from the activity calendar. Don't worry if you're wondering if it's too late to join, because we're 31 days in. It's never too late. It's never too late to join in with the movement snacks. It's never too late to start moving. So rest assured, I'll give you all the key prompts so that everyone can join in. I've given us another perspective today. I'm in a different corner of Mum and Dad's dining room, and that's for a reason, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So please pick your position in sit or stand. And the reason I'm in this corner is because I wanted to reinforce and demonstrate the difference the height of a chair makes to moving in a chair and getting out of a chair. Let's get moving, folks. So if you're in stand, pick up a steady external support. I'm using the wall here today. It could be a stable, fixed piece of furniture. Stand close to the wall so that the hand is at about hip height, and it could be the whole of the outside of the arm if you prefer. Or don't forget, there's this option here. Fingertips on. Walls are great because they're universal. They can help with any height. So it's not very interesting to look at the wall, I know, but it does offer some really good confidence, really promotes an upright posture whilst focusing on feet, ankles and toes. Bring it in the arm when you're ready, and if you do need this support, we just take a turn to do the other side. Can you see that? So continue with that in stand, focus on lifted, open posture and be more mindful of how the feet and ankles are working. Now in seated, can you see the height of the chair here makes me really squashed in at the hips. And chair marching in low chairs can be really uncomfortable. If you do find yourself a little bit low, my suggestions would be to focus on the shoulder marching here, lifted posture, again because of the height of the chair, or it may be that the chair height is okay, but you're just very tall. The outcome will be the same. So it might be, if that's the situation, that you want to do less of the actual hip movements. We've got some toe taps here that we can do, or we've got some heel raises here, or you might just want to take some alternating extensions from the leg. See how that goes. If you're doing this one, you might want to take up more support to support the posture. But this action in a low chair might not feel very comfortable. This action in a chair like this does enable free movement at feet and ankles. So we can bring in hands together on that if you want to. Pick and choose. It's a pick and mix, folks, is what I try to do. So this first minute of this steady march or walk, at the end of this, just serves to boost the circulation, prepare us for the movements to come. And you should feel that you just need to take a deeper breath than normal. Throughout all of these strength-focused activities, posture, lifted and open is kind of implicit in all of that. So I'm going to keep prompting about that. Having done that circ boost, we've already got ankles and feet going a little bit. Just have another little extra ankle focus, please, because we are going to start on a leg activity. Get the ankles ready. Okay. Whether you are on sit or stand, we're going to focus on the strength, the whole strength of our lower body. If that's not an option for any reason, we're going to focus on isolating, giving the buttock muscles a good squeeze here, and also some extra lift and open through the posture. Let me talk through the lower leg options. Options are these. If you're preparing to stand or standing is difficult, a jockey lift might be for you. I'm forward in the chair, heels are back and down. I keep the back straight and lifted, and I just lift buttocks off the chair and relax and release after each one. My heels stay down. Drive through the heels and release. And your buttocks might not even come off the chair. And you'll feel all the muscles here in the thighs starting to work for you to get you upwards and out. If full stand is an option for you, the foot position is the same, back and heels down, lifting out long in the middle, the back stays straight, we power up to stand, check that the chair's here, feel for the chair, and we're after now a slower sit, slow, slow, slow. We're looking to sit slowly with control. So pick your option, and we're just going to do a couple of those. So we're going to crowbar in some of these into this 10-minute movement snack. So that's a power up to stand. The slower you go down, the harder it's going to feel, the more strength gains we're going to get over time. There's some other options here. On the jockey lift, you can start to change the foot position. So we can take the left leg lead or the right leg lead, and we're really pushing through the heels just to get a little bit more strength work in each leg. And it's the same for the full stand. Power to stand. I'm by a wall here so I can keep using support. Now on the way down, might feel a bit harder on a single leg, so you might want to sit down on parallel legs. Take a pause. Getting out of a chair, this sit to stand activity is one of the most functional activities we're looking to maintain and improve. And we can improve that if we give the legs enough challenge over time to get stronger. Let's move on. If you're in seated, please think about your buttock muscles here. Lifting to and just give them a squeeze, contract them. If you're in standing, do the same. So give your buttock muscles a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. These muscles here, the big muscles of your buttocks, play a really important part in getting us out of the chair and bringing the body back up to straight positions. The next movement, we're going to use these buttocks again. In stand, we're going to take some knee raises. Hands on the wall for support if you need. Little gap between the feet. It's a knee bend. And can you see my back is straight? And then when I come up to stand, I'm going to squeeze my buttocks and come up extra tall. So it's a knee bend and a squeeze up. And I almost squeeze and press, lengthen in the front, squeeze at the back, lift up through the posture. Have a look. Knee bend. Now, if I take my hands away from the wall, that may challenge my balance. I don't really want to do that at this stage, so keep the hand on. What I'm suggesting is that we really focus on this strong action of standing up. In the chair, it's the strong action, just the glute squeeze here and release. And if you can, just press the heels. So it's almost like the first part of a jockey lift, but without the trunk movement. So I just got to press down and squeeze, and now I'll just go up. As you press the heels into the floor, you'll feel these buttock muscles start to work for you. Why is this important? This is important because this knee bend and these strong buttock muscles help us with functional reaching and picking up stuff. So let's take it on one more step. So we take that knee bend and combine it with the directional stepping we've been doing. So have a look. So I'm going to take a step, a knee bend with a little bit of a reach and come back. Can you see? So I take the step and now my knee bend and my reach. And I really still want you to keep thinking about these buttocks, and we come back. So we've combined the knee bend with the step and the reach. With or without support. If that's happy for you, you can take that movement bigger and deeper. But I really want you to keep using support. And we need to change to do the other side. So just have a feel how that is for you. Focus on the foot placement, but focus on the buttocks and the straight back, bringing you back up. In seated, it's the same. Now we are bringing in this trunk movement. And as you come back here, you'll feel your buttocks can help literally bring you back. If you can, place the foot and reach and come back. Think about giving these an extra squeeze. Or if lower limb isn't an option, we continue with the functional reach. Lift, 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 lift. And it's literally these strong big muscles here that are going to pull you back. Have a go at that. Good, let's just crowbar in. So we've done some buttock work, we've done a little bit of thigh work here, combined with some functional reach. Can you see how all these movements together, for example, culminate in picking things up from the floor or functional lifting, all the gardening stuff that many of you are doing already. So I need some push as well. Here we go. Here's the options. In stand, hands on the wall. Here we've got some wrist strength, so you may need to build this up over time. So the first time you do this, place the hands on the wall, can you see? And just take a little bit of movement around, see how the wrists are with that. And over time, we can add a little bit more bend. Now, these low chairs come into play now. They can actually now do something else for us. And with a bit of a hip walk forward, and with my elbows tucked in, no chicken wings, tuck them in, we can actually start to get some wrist strength and some upper body strength by using the chair. And can you see I'm just pushing through the arms, but also through the legs, so I can control all of that. So I can start to use my arms more if I want to in the chair. And you'll feel this on the back of the arms here, on the tricep muscles, that might be familiar to you. But most important, this is the pushing muscles that get us out of chairs, out of bed, off the floor, off of squashy sofas, out of the bath. So with these actions, the pushing actions from the arms, the pushing, driving actions from the legs, together they combine and really contribute to all of our activities of daily living. So we want to keep them strong. You might want to take, at the end of these wall presses, you might want to take a little bit of an extra stretch here to crowbar that in. Wall presses can be done on any height. Of course, the lower down I go, the harder it becomes. But we can build that up over time with some stepping as well. And walls are great because they can offer lots of confidence. Okay, glasses. We did some sit to stands or some jockey lifts, we did some glute squeezes, we did some knee bends with some side steps that combined to build a functional reach. All of the movements in this calendar and all these core movements that we're doing just kind of work together and integrate to allow everyday activities to become easier, less effortful, which means that they require less energy, which means they're more efficient, which means you can do more stuff. That's what we're trying to do. Just that, all in 10 minutes. Well, okay, 13. So thank you very much. Keep thinking about those things, infiltrate them, deploy them into your day. Come back here at 4 o'clock and report back. Different focus. We'll do some sway, some weight transfer, some calming. I'll put my calm voice on and then we'll have a stretch. Thank you very much. See you at 4. Enjoy the sun. Wear sunscreen and a floppy hat.